Block hospital beds. Don't let COVID patients get beds until Congress wants them to. Defame India. Use dramatic photos, write grim articles, make international media journalists follow Congress's line. Do everything you can to make Modi look bad, even if it means making India and its people look bad. This is what Congress is telling its party workers and leaders to do. A sinister toolkit to destroy India's image has been exposed. The Gandhi-led Congress has been caught with its pants down. Hi and welcome to TFI English, the national political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Abhinav, and in this video I shall discuss with you how Congress has been exposed of running a toolkit to spread misinformation against the Modi government amid the COVID-19 crisis. The Indian National Congress has been caught with its pants down trying to spread misinformation against the Modi government at a time when the country is only beginning to get some respite from the second COVID-19 wave. In a toolkit meant for the inner party circulation alone, which has now been spilt out in the public domain, the Congress party has been exposed for asking its volunteers, workers and supporters to defame the Modi government. The party has also been caught trying to block beds across the nation, which can be used by its youth wing upon the need to help people who ask for assistance from the party. In the toolkit, the Indian National Congress, under the hegemonic control of the Gandhis, has been caught making it amply clear that priority must be given to VIPs, journalists, media professionals and influencers by the IYC when they ask for COVID-19 related assistance. This particular document has caught the social media by storm and has exposed Congress for the party of demented demons that it is. Since the Congress's shamelessness knows no bounds, it has also directed its workers and volunteers to respond to SOS messages from common citizens only if they tag the Indian Youth Congress handle. One would have thought that as a national party, the Congress would not go outrageously anti-national in its politics. However, that is precisely what seems to have happened. In an open attempt to defame India, perhaps at the behest of China, the Congress party in its toolkit directed workers to use the phrase Indian strain whenever talking about the new mutant. Social media volunteers may call it Modi strain. The Congress party was, however, honest enough to admit in its internal document that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's approval ratings have not fallen, despite the pandemic. In the document, which is now being called the Congress Toolkit, the party wrote, "The approval ratings of the Prime Minister have been high and have not been dipped despite the crisis and mismanagement. This is an opportunity to destroy his image and erode his popularity. In order to amplify whatever little assistance work the Congress is doing in times of the crisis, the party directed its workers and volunteers to liaise with local ground-level political leaders in cities to keep some beds and other facilities blocked in friendly hospitals to be released only on the party's request. To amplify the work done by Congress's front organizations, the party asked its workers to collaborate in advance with friendly journalists on social media to immediately amplify these messages. But here is the really explosive part. The Congress has been caught red-handed working in cahoots with international media publications in order to stir up inflammatory sentiments in India. In its document, Congress told its workers that international media coverage by foreign correspondents can be tailored to exclusively focus on Modi and his mismanagement. Liaise with foreign journalists and Indian op-ed writers in foreign publications and brief them on talking points. We all have been wondering why foreign media has been engaging in death porn while trying to cover India's COVID-19 situation. As it turns out, Congress has had a role here too. The Congress Toolkit explicitly mentions use of dramatic pictures of funerals and dead bodies, which is already being done by foreign media. Such journalists can be facilitated by our local cadre in various districts to get the image right, and then their reporting can be magnified. This shows how Congress is using the deaths of Indians to push forward its vile agenda with overarching help from foreign media. In the explosive document, Congress has a subsection titled politicizing religion and allowing super spreader Kumbh. In this section, the Congress asks its workers and volunteers to refer to the now concluded Kumbh Mela as a super spreader event and to collaborate with like-minded international media and journalists to spread the narrative. On the issue of Eid festivities, however, the party asks its workers to maintain strict silence. In times of COVID-19, the Congress in its document argues that the Central Vista project is a vanity project. To the same end, it asks concerned individuals to stall the project by filing a petition in the Delhi High Court. It asks its spokespersons to refer to the project as a whole as Modi's personal house on panel discussions. Here too, the party asks its workers to mobilize friendly academics, journalists and other influencers to write open letters, tweets and articles against the project. The Congress party stands exposed like never before for trying to defame the Modi government and India by colluding with media and vested interest groups. What's worse, it is defaming the government and the country on the basis of a bunch of lies and a barrage of misinformation.